definitely the place where if you want to gain momentum, it's probably the best side to be on to be able to do so because of how easily you can get reset on the CT side. But we'll get going here on the first festival round of the second map here. Reflex EU versus London eSports. Reflex, as I've already mentioned, already on that CT side, and Adam able to find the sweet one tap onto Fry, brings it to an early numbers advantage for the CT side.
Yeah, beginning to make their way up. Banana, Adam's still here with the USP, spotting those players pushing up aggressively. He's going to give up control, and that allows London eSports some additional breathing room here. And it really does come down to where the Reflex begin to repush this, because they've rotated an additional player over in Fraser. He has the kit as well as a flashbang prepared, such that if London did commit, they'd be fully blind on that push towards that B bomb site. But Reflex have read the situation incorrectly. Cray has a lot to do here, especially as he's holding things down in middle, but now this puts ever so much more emphasis here on Link, especially with that smoke coming through.
Smoke's down on the A bomb site as London eSports, they'll split through long, they'll split through short as well. Link going to be up on the balcony, completely blind. Cray with the CZ on the side, can't find any kills but now. But Eccles will find the first kill of the take as Link will straight one back, but Soulcast able to clean things up. Bomb plant will come through for London eSports. 3 versus 3 retake now as Adam works his way up short, spots one up and towards the pit. Soulcast now has to play pretty patiently. He's going to jump on top and he's going to get a little bit of an off angle towards Adam. Adam only able to get the tag down to 71 though. Soulcast similarly on 82, but the thing is, all three of the CTs are coming through the same position. They find the kill on towards the side of Astro. Soulcast is able to straight back from the pit, though. Artist killing in dark, can't find anything, and now it's Whisk with Soulcast. 1 versus 1, and Whisk tapping away. He'll be able to get the defuse in as well. Fantastic start for Reflex EU.
Yeah, and collapsing on the bomb site, playing almost as if they'd swapped roles, right? The CT suddenly become the T side, and that they're just sort of making their way up, and as they progress onto that bomb site, they're just landing trade after trade, and Whisk comes up massive for the side. 3 kills in the round, the defuse as well, recovering the kit that Fraser dropped on the bomb site. And I think that was as well part of the reason they sort of go for that play, is that should a player be dropped, it's not in sort of in an irrecoverable position.
2 of the London eSports players, very slow getting out of spawn, but they will eventually get themselves out. Maybe they were just trying to sort out some form of what they will buy on this force. Adam will be able to tag Alcatraz down to 44, and he'll come up for the reboost over the half wall on Banana. But the thing is, that is not the way that the London eSports guys are going right now. They are starting to have a little bit of an explore towards this top mid position, and Reflex won't be contesting on all 3 players playing on the site. 2 of them in the pit position with SMGs, of course. London eSports, though, they were able to afford 4 rifles into this round. That is incredible for a second round force. Really using the money that they got from the kills there. But the thing is, numbers advantage going their way right now as the picks will work themselves in their favor. The thing is, Little London, they're just on the edge of getting themselves onto the bomb site now on top of the hay bales. Astro able to get a kill. Link is going to kill Astro as he drops and somehow finds a second one as well. Soulcast eventually dealing with him, but London eSports now, they will be able to get the plant with Adam in the 1 versus 3.
Yeah, and that's one of the issues that you have where you're able to plant that bomb on that T side. That money bonus that came in with those changes from months ago certainly impact the economy moving forward, because Reflex, they go down to the one-on-one. They have to actually they have to afford a pretty lackluster buy, right? They have the SMGs, obviously opting for more utility. They could have potentially had FAMASas, but the side of London, although they didn't have too many grenades to work with, AKs will reign supreme. They find those opening picks, and Reflex EU couldn't really set themselves up in positions in which they were able to trade successfully. They'd hoped that those SMGs would maybe able to create some space early on, but with too many players getting taken out so early into the round, the defenses were just stretched thin and they never really got the opportunities. And the good thing here for Reflex EU is that everybody on the side of London eSports is actually going to fall. 1 dying to the bomb as well.
Yeah. Thing is, if you told someone a year ago that the T-side would be able to afford 2 AKs, 2 Galils, and a Scout on round 2 after a pistol round loss, they probably would have laughed at you.
Yeah, it is an odd time, to be fair.
Yeah. It very much is. London eSports, though, having a bit of explore towards the Banana position, but Reflex, with the early utility on this position, will seal them off for that particular position for now. The smoke deep in Banana allows, well, at least Fry to push through the smoke. But the thing is, Adam is here ready and waiting for it, but Fry is able to land the shot directly onto his head. Whisk throwing the smoke down to delay. Probably could play behind this smoke with the CZ and try and catch a couple of players off guard as they try to push through, but Fright just sitting in the cubby hole right now. Whisk, though, does he push through? He does play around the back of the smoke, but is it going to be enough time? Because that smoke is going to be fading, and he gets away just in time. But still, London eSports stacking outside this B bomb site on Banana. We'll see those nades rain down in just a couple of moments' time, I suspect.
Yeah, grenades coming through. There's 2 players on the bomb site here for Reflex, and these pistols could be dangerous up close. Fraser with the deagle. He'll find the first shot. Whisk as well, landing the dink, applying some pressure up close. London still be able to make it towards the bomb site. Whisk, he'll get back and forth traded on B as London do take control. The Crave flank is imminent, however. He's lurking in the back lines, and he's just waiting for the bomb to be planted and for this first player to go prodding, because if he's able to recover an AK, suddenly it becomes a very interesting situation.
Solcast is here ready and waiting, though. This will be a tough gunfight for Cray to win, but here's the grenade being pulled. That's his cue to peek, but Solcast able to get his AK out in time. Only Link now in the 1 versus 3 and no kit on his in his equipment arsenal, so just looking for those exit frags. They'll try to find their way out towards CT, but Astro will find the headshot onto Link. So London eSports then, of course, they had the weapons advantage going into this round, and there's something to be said about converting those sorts of rounds, which we haven't seen for a lot of teams so far in this tournament, just being completely destroyed by a forced pistol buy. But London eSports, you know, if that round is anything to go by, they might have just sorted it out, but I'm not going to say anything for certain yet.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that same struggle for London in numerous games as well. They've lost a lot of eco rounds or anti-eco rounds and a lot of force buys, or rather, they've lost to a lot of force buys because in that London Slayers game, it was a consistent issue for them. But despite that first player getting taken down, oh my goodness, Adam is he's jumping headshot. That they are able to at least secure those weapons for now, because Fraser is nowhere near that middle position, and I think the issue now becomes is that Eccles is going to be a free frag here for Fraser.
Okay, bomb only just going to be going down on the A side, but by the time Fraser gets there, he probably won't have a lot of time to get this because he doesn't have a kit, so he'll just decide to save that AK instead. But
if they can do more damage here, like if Fraser finds a couple more kills, the value of bringing that AK into that next round is certainly there. But at the same time, you look at the economy for London eSports. If they have to make a full reinvestment into the next round, that gives Reflex a pretty good chance of winning it. But Fraser's going to hedge his bets, bringing that AK instead into round number 5. As London eSports will get to a nice little lead, that 3-round lead to start things off. And it wasn't sort of that clean sheet coming away from the pistol round. Instead, it was the singular blip, the singular round back from Reflex.
Astro will be able to drop one out for his teammates, but I was going to say, okay, Astro understandably wants to go for the AWP, but it does leave Ardis on a Mach 10, though, against what is a 4-buy for the Reflex side, so I can see what Astro's trying to go for there. He wants to get onto his primary weapon the fastest, but the thing is, it does kind of screw over Ardis, so it'd be interesting to see where Ardis actually plays with that Mach 10. And
Ardis still gets a kill here. I'm calling it right now.
Quick apartments control.
Yeah, you've called him out with the Mach 10. It almost always happens that he gets a kill. Especially the likes of Thomas and Whisk, Thomas, Whisk, Ardis. Those 3 players are. They just find ways to make it work. I think there's somebody else I'm missing as well, but there's a couple of UK Counter-Strike boys that just they love these SMGs, and they, regardless of what buy it is, they will still find kills.
Everything goes silent across the map. London eSports taking this one pretty slowly. They will eventually clump up and get themselves towards Banana, though, after a bit of an explore in the first minute of this round. We do have a CT boosted up, though. That is going to be Adam. People have started checking this spot a lot more in recent times, so let's see if he's able to get anything from this one. The flash will go over. Whisk will try to get one on the defense. He does get one on the defense, but the thing is, that is all that he's going to get, and London eSports will be able to get the bomb plant down and instantly save for Reflex.
Yeah, I think even though, like you said, that spot gets checked quite frequently. I think, I mean, that will always be a 1-for-1 exchange, right?
Yeah.
One goes high, trying to clear the bomb site. The other guy goes low, taking sort of coverage in the smoke, and he can just spam that position. It's sort of an easy kill to line up if you're on the side of London eSports. But considering the start that they had on Mirage, they're having a lot better of a performance here to start off the second map. I mean, the fact they're able to build a buffer coming into things and really maybe take the wind out of the sails of Reflex is certainly good signs.
Exactly, this is the start that they needed on their own map pick. Of course, they do forfeit the pistol round, but the thing is, the 4 rounds directly after, they do manage to find them and get them on the board for their side instead of the other. Let's just take a look at what the situation is with Reflex EU. They're saving those 3 rifles into this round, of course, but Whisk will have to go up onto a CZ. Adam, though, he has enough money to get himself an M4, so that's not going to be a problem for him as we'll head into round number 6 of this particular matchup, map number 2 of this best of 3 of the lower bracket final here at Epic 26. Once again, the early utility being used on towards Banana, but Fry right behind the fire, able to find Adam. So that's the early advantage going the way of London eSports. Whisk doing what he can to try and delay. That's a very meaty nade onto Fry.
Yeah, lands straight at his feet. He's down to 18 HP. One more grenade would do it. And Link has one. I'd like to see him somehow just tap into his sixth sense. I can feel your presence, Fry. Just yeet the grenade right over.
I feel the disturbance in the force. There we go.
That could certainly be something. Of course, Reflex haven't had the strongest sort of performance so far, so maybe the force isn't with them.
Yeah. Is that going to be a theme throughout this map now, where we just make
You started something here. You started something here. Great. You're my only hope. Gets the first kill. Eccles taken out of the round. He brings things to equal numbers. Link does still hold down the pit position for Reflex, but the flashbang is perfect. He's unable to do anything. Cray will take an isolated fight, and dropping from up high is Fry. And Whisk and Fraser have so much to do. There's so much ground to be made up, and they're not even going to contest it. They're still saving in the B-bomb site.
Yes, they are. London eSports finding the momentum early on in Inferno, which is, like I've already said, exactly what they needed to do after that very disappointing performance on Mirage, where they just couldn't find any inroads into the game whatsoever. Reflex were definitely all over the top of them in that particular matchup, but things are starting to look a little different here on Inferno. Reflex maybe not entirely confident on this map. London eSports, though, this is their pick, so maybe that's most of what's factoring in here to the scoreline. Thing is, Reflex EU, they'll, as we've already mentioned, they've saved the 2 rifles into this round. Cray will be able to buy up fully, but Lincoln's Adam, it's going to be a bit more of a struggle for them. Will they go for the full out force? Okay, they'll drop the AK to Adam and they'll buy up. Okay, so that's the situation. Link on a MP9, but that drop is very, very helpful for Adam.
Yeah, and I think if this off duel, if Fraser does decide to peek for it, it will actually be crucial, and Astro comes out on top. That's one of the weapons taken out of the hands of Reflex. I imagine Link will go over to try and recover that AWP, but meanwhile, the B bomb site has been completely taken. Eccles getting the first 2 kills. Reflex EU, once again, giving up the bomb site, and these 2 players can do nothing to stop it. They're all the way on the other side. They're not able to even get themselves into fast rotating positions, and there's not a singular kill that's been found, so... Oh no, this is dangerous. Soulcast, he contains them in the apartments and is to begin to push through. Oh, he's going to find the timing on Cray. Link will trade things out, holding onto the AWP for now. But I imagine London eSports will be hot on the hunt. They have the money to work with. They can certainly give up a few of these guns in pursuit of this weapon here for the Reflex side. And if Link's able to get away with this one, I'd be very surprised considering how quickly these players are going to be making their way up. The B-hop's coming up from Fry. He's able to dodge the first bullet, but not the second. Link, he's still going to be under a lot of pressure as Astro is very close up and very personal. He's going to be staring at the edge of that smoke, and I think he was spotted. Yeah, they're going to start spamming this very soon, and with him being low HP, how is he alive?
Oh.
Okay. He won't be able to get away with it.
No, he won't. And the smoke would have faded before the round was done anyway, so they would have eventually been able to find him. We'll see Apollo's come out here. Well, the scoreline is 1-6 in the favor of London eSports. We get the scoreboard up, and it's going to be... It's not that the kills have gone in the favor of London eSports, or at least not by much. It's just they're winning out in those small 1vx scenarios, and... Reflex, you know, they've got the frags on the board. They've got 5 on Whisk, 5 on Adam, 5 on Link, 3 on Cray on 1, and
almost. I mean, if you compare the 2 teams, really the big Reflex are only 2 kills behind on pretty much every single player.
Yeah.
Kind of like odds,
Yeah,
apples to apples, right? There's only one player that rule doesn't apply to. But I mean, you imagine this is Reflex calling the tactical the tactical timeout.
Yeah.
Just because they like you said, won the pistol. They've lost 6 rounds in a row now. They were unable to hold on to the AWP on Link. So how do you start to approach this now? Because you start on the CT side, arguably the favorite side or the favored side. Of course, being reset or having those opportunities to be reset going forward is a huge issue that the CTs have to deal with. And because of how close the rounds of contest have been from Reflex, it will take numerous sort of convincing rounds to get them back into this game. And we just hope that the timeout has caused something to change, but it does seem like London are able to find these consistent opening picks.
A bit of deja vu there, but Whisk trying to find the edge of the smoke. Unfortunately for him, he'll be taken out by Fry. But there's a kill going the way of the CTs on the other side of the map, though. Cray managing to find Ardis with that CZ-75. Apps control gotten here for Reflex EU. They'll decide to push once again while they were trying to save last rounds. This time they do it in the normal time of the round. Cray able to find the kill on towards Soulcast, so that makes it a little bit more possible here for Reflex because they picked up 2 AKs onto Link and on towards Cray as well, and the bomb is still not down here. All underneath eSports, but here comes Fraser on the site defense, able to bring it down into a 2 versus 2. The only armor on that CT side, though, is on Link, but they have 2 smokes and they have a Molotov to use if they so decide to go for this, but I think they've already decided no.
Yeah, they didn't fully invest into this round, and although it is equal numbers, those 2 AKs could certainly pay forward into following rounds. They need to just be able to manage their economy moving forward. They don't want to be in too many situations where they're out of residual funds or out of funds altogether, because having the most amount of utility, I mean, Inferno is a very utility-heavy map, and so if you're not able to afford that, you can't really take control of crucial portions of the map. You can't sort of contest apps control, or you can't reactively smoke or Molotov out the apartments should the Ts show some presence, as well as taking aggressive banana control, which we've seen very sort of feeble attempts from Reflex to be able to do, because London have been able to get sort of consistent either the first entry or a double entry onto that B bomb site, in which case there's really no contest from Reflex as the rotations come through and there's still 5 players up.
Arguably the close Molotov that they've been throwing on the banana, is that not actually far enough out? Because Fry can just get in behind that Molotov and find the pick, and we've seen that twice already in this game. I wonder if Reflex has actually picked up on that and they have to throw that Molotov just a little bit deeper to stop Fry from doing that. But early on in this round, the app being taken control of by the London eSports side. Artists will give a couple of sound cues up here, so alerting Reflex to his presence, but the kills on Banana will actually be traded out. Eccles and Whisk, Adam and Eccles trading out. Astro, though, with the AWP, able to get the pick on towards the short position. Link, though, able to trade back, tries to get the 180, can't find it either. Soulcast will be able to jump back into the pit. This A bomb site, well, at least there's some bonus for them right now, but it is open. Adam, though, creeping his way up towards the top of Banana, completely smoked off, can't catch the bomb crossing.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, it's all about the timings there, because obviously if he got in this position just like 5 seconds ago, then he would have been able to see the bomb cross, and, you know, who knows, he might be able to catch him out, and then he has an advantage in terms of the bomb in the 1v2.
Yeah, and he had a smoke to work with as well. So,
yeah,
like you said, if he found that kill, he can buy some additional time, play out the 1v2. So some unfortunate timing, or rather fortunate timing, I suppose, from the side of London. Able to dodge. Yeah, able to dodge that bullet, I suppose, or even though bullets were not fired from Reflex. They're actually going to go on the hunt, and I know. I'm waiting for this to happen because Fry is dedicated to sitting on this bomb site. He's not. Oh no! My goodness!
Oh no!
Surely not.
Adam.
Oh my God! He's gonna go for it. He gets the smoke on it. They're gonna go for the ninja defuse. Soulcast able to just find it at the end. It gets real close, but he's at least taken down some. Oh,
Adam!
It's sad. It's sad.
He almost got it.
I know.
Oh my God. As soon as I saw him creeping up, we both knew. As soon as we saw the 2 Ts rotate off the site, we thought, oh my God, this might actually happen. But Soulcast able to get back just in time to spray him down through the smoke. So, fine margins. Fine margins is all I have to say.
I'm gonna sort of express maybe a small silver lining is that Soulcast actually had to go down with the ship, as it were.
Yeah.
Just because that did get really close, but he saves the round for London. Things are, I mean, even if they'd gotten that ninja defuse, it would have been, I'm sure it would have been sort of a morale booster, just because of the sort of ridiculousness of it. But I don't think, I mean, Reflex, it's still a struggle all the way through. They need a convincing round to be able to set up that CT side economy and really just give it back to London eSports, because so far they have all the momentum. They've been finding all of these picks, and there's really no contest. I mean, this is the closest that we've really seen in these early rounds, is that they've gone 1-for-1 on Banana.
Yeah, exactly, but it's going to be A site is the site of choice for London eSports on their T side right now. They're just going to get themselves the smoke on towards the outside of the position, smoke in towards Library as well to cut off some of the rotations, but that Molotov is absolutely fantastic there from Fraser to try and delay the push up through long, but the thing is the pick has already been made on towards the pit side because they had the player of Astro coming up through the apartments. Fraser, though, sitting in Library. Artis, oh, he's got his back to him. Actually, he'll give away the sound cue, so Artis is going to be well aware of Fraser's position there as he'll try to cross up through short. Link is there on the side. Bomb is down on the side. 30 seconds remaining. 2 versus 2 situation. Now Fraser still pinned in the Library. Artis will get the spray onto him, but London eSports still managed to find the round up against it.
Oh, Artis' position is perfect to deal with that. He hears the rotation in through Library. They just don't suspect him because suspect him to be in that position. That the rotation siphoned off at the arches. Artis knew exactly what to do, and with that shot being missed, it was an easy one for him to be able to lock down. Because, I mean, Fraser had a couple of opportunities there, but some pretty uncharacteristic misses from him. One of the sort of better AWPers in the UK scene. Okay, that's a fantastic start for Reed. Oh my god! Adams found 2 kills with the Deagle. That's 2 weapons that can be recovered over towards Banana, and they're pushing all the way through. Artis has to defend the bomb, and he's lost his life. Adams going huge in the round. 3 kills so far. This is going to be absolute collapse from London eSports in this round. And that's maybe the round that Reflex need to get back into this game.
Yeah, they'll get an AK, they'll get an AWP as well, making the Force Pistols really work. Adam with those Deagles, with those Deagle headshots, picking up the AK to get the 3rd as well. That might just be the confidence booster that Reflex really, really desperately needs coming onto the end of their CT half here. If they can string a good couple of rounds together, they'll be sitting pretty for their T half, but as we've already mentioned, T side or Inferno isn't really the best place to get rounds up on towards the boards. Not as bad as Nuke, of course, but still it's a factor that you do have to consider. Banana control being taken, though, from London eSports, as they have done so for a good couple of rounds. Fry, it's always Fry and Eccles here just taking Banana. It's always the consistent pairing between them. Maybe they just have something worked out together. It's like, okay, I throw this particular grenade, you throw the other one. We all push up together. Just absolutely all understanding. We'll all be blind, though, as the counter flashes come through for Reflex. As Whisk, he might just catch them out because they're busy throwing the utility. Sitting very, very close. And that's going to be the double peak coming out for Whisk and Adam getting the 2 frags. Adam finding one as well. I think that was the boost over the wall that he managed to catch out Artis. But the thing is, he's been separated now from Whisk. But Whisk doesn't need any help. He gets the first kill. Soulcast now in a 1 versus 4.
Adam is really coming alive here in these past 3 rounds. He's showing some additional presence over towards that B-bomb site. Maybe showing that they ain't no slouch. They can't go for those consistent double entries. Fry and Eccles have been enjoying each other's company, like you had said, over towards that B site. They've been having a grand old time. They go there for field trips and just go to look at the scenery. And Reflex so far have been a pretty open or unmanned ticket booth. But Soulcast still has something to answer with this in this round. And with only 20 seconds remaining, he's looking for a couple of kills to maybe hedge the economy of Reflex down a little bit, but it doesn't seem like he's too committed to going for this, just because time is pretty much out for him. As he does deploy the smoke, he'll be taken down. 2 players in towards CT. They played 2 towards each bomb site just to be safe, and Reflex are able to convert. So from that 9-1 scoreline, they've been able to muster together 2 off the back of that sort of force buy play that they made earlier.
Exactly. London eSports, they will have an AK buy in random 13, but Reflex, they've managed to string the 2 rounds together, make sure that CT economy isn't instantly reset. Fraser will get flashed off of the mid angle, though. It just allows Soulcrest to have a little bit of a creep up and a little bit of an explore towards this angle, but Fraser sitting on that long corner. Whisk will get the nade kill on towards Fry, and Fraser lines up the AWP kill on towards Eccles as well, as these 2 players try to work their way up towards mid. They'll smoke off the Molotov that was set up on short. They'll go for the boost up over the smoke. They were trying to find a pick, but Fraser, he's repositioned now on towards the arch. got the angle on towards the long corner. Solgas might not be long for this world, but Fraser, he misses the shot, the flash to delay, falls back even further, posted up on a new angle, Crate in the pit, spots one in the apartments. That smoke will go down and give him a little bit more space to breathe up onto the bike maybe. He's getting burned slightly by the Molotov though. He looks at it in despair, but Adam, up through long, what can he do? He can really support both the short push and the long push, and the apartments push here. Or at least stop, at least help prevent it. Again, London eSports, they're having such a huge amount of trouble getting up on towards this site, and they're just getting tagged down. Solgas can't do anything in the end. That execute on towards the A site was just completely and utterly stalled for London eSports. They just couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, and I think they've taken a confidence hit after losing a couple of rounds, right? You look at some of the fights that they were taking very early on into those rounds, in what got them this massive lead to start, they're not taking the same sort of fights, and that may have to do with some of these rounds that have been employed by the likes of Adam 9130. He's although it is not part of his tag right now, he is the 9130, as he does have a. He has like a cult following. It's
quite following.
Yeah, he's got some friends that are very expressive about being a part of the 9130 clan.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd situation, but this will be a bit of an odd situation that London eSports may not remember being in. Is that they are on a bit of a half buy.
Yeah.
They're having to save for the first time in what feels like forever, and Reflex. They're going to have to try and hold them back, deal with the utility being deployed. That smoke is very timely from Wiz. Oh my god. Artist takes him down straight through the smoke. That suddenly puts a lot onto Adam's plate. He'll let the first few pass, but he only gets one. And those are rifles that are recoverable for the side of London, as well as the bomb being planted in a round where it shouldn't really be much of a contest.
What the hell, Artist? Through the smoke, the onesie manages to land it. And now they have the advantage in the retake that they'll have to defend, though, and the trades, well, the trade will happen between Cray and Artis. The thing is, Solcast gets double peaked there. Fraser able to get the kill, but the thing is, it's a 2v2 situation now. Reflex can still get themselves back into this. They still have the weapons advantage. They still have the armor advantage as well, so Fraser finds his way out towards the site, and the kills will come through. They're able to get the defuse in, but London eSports getting that bomb plant, a little bit of a cash injection, but scary, scary stuff.
Yeah, that's a very dangerous round, and it's somewhat of a miracle that that first kill even happens, right? The very timely smoke deployed from Whiskey tries to play in front of it, and he gets completely denied. Artist just like, nope, you're not allowed to do that. And that first entry is so swift and so ridiculous that London almost win the round completely off the back of it. But a good recovery from Reflex. This has been a good recovery for the half as a whole, really getting to this position in the first place. But if they can get themselves to 6, then they'll feel a bit more comfortable having a little bit of a clean sheet towards the end there. That will be the best case scenario here for that CT side. Of course, winning so many rounds in a row, they're able to afford up every bell and whistle coming into this one, so there should be no shortcomings on that CT side. But there's still some control that's been given up to London eSports. They'll make a bit of presence over towards the apartments, through which Reflex will have no immediate sort of response to.
I like this positioning from Cray with the boost, able to see over the short smoke. Maybe able to catch a couple of players as they work their way up towards top mid, but that is not the direction that the London eSports side are going to decide to go, as Whiskey's going to try and find the early information. He does drop back after trying to jump spot. As London eSports, they work their way up, and Whisk called for the rotation already, so here comes Adam to try and help out with this B site hold. Thing is, that smoke is just delaying things somewhat. London eSports not even wanting to peek around the banana corner either, because they are well aware of maybe an AWPer that's lying in wait on towards CT. But here comes the smoke down to at the new box. There's going to be the flashes over, and that is going to be the player of West down. Adam was also had a little bit of confusion with his teammate in the B-bomb site there, because they both wanted to sit at the new box. Maybe they were trying to think about going for the boost over the top, but you know, maybe a little bit of miscommunication. And it's forced Reflex now into a 3 versus 5 retake that they have to go for, might as well, because this is the last round of the half. Eccles able to find a kill, and Artist able to finish things up as well. The half will finish 10-5, but still, in a way, very well recovered for Reflex, setting themselves up for their T side. They still have a little bit of room to it. Of course, they would definitely want more, but it's not desperation yet.
Yeah, they really needed that individual performance from Adam in that that sort of half buy force buy round to really mount this comeback. I think it re-energized the team. It seemed I think it really shook up the offense as well for London Esports, not taking quite as many aggressive fights. They didn't want to give up their lead, and I guess that sort of plays into Reflex's hand a little bit. But of course, going into this T side, Reflex aren't going to be messing around. They're not going to pull out the stops. They're going to be straight up middle, and they're rushing things down. Soulcast can do nothing to prevent them from going further, and this first kill is important. Fraser takes him down. Astra still lurking in the apartments, however. Oh, and they go to clear it. He takes down Link mid-air. But they're into the 4-on-4 retake, and Astra's going to wait for his teammates to back up his position and pursue different avenues than the retake.
Exactly, and Astra able to find the first kill of this retake, managing to find Cray at the boiler position. But the thing is, Artis able to trade back. Fry finds 2 quick headshots, and that is it.
That is so
London Esports able to get the defuse in. But Fry, though, coming up huge there. Same with Astro, picking up the 2 frags as well. Just Reflex EU, after they got the bomb plant, they just completely collapsed in within themselves.
Yeah, wow, I'm surprised so many duels just getting completely outdone there by London Esports. Of course, they've had the momentum for most of this game. They're still trying to fight back and force a map 3. But that's a very big statement to make on that first round on that CT side, is that, sure, you can plant the bomb, but we will take that site right back into our hands. Reflex EU, though, they fully forced into this. 5 MAC-10s. They're going to go straight for the rush as well. So if London Esports aren't prepared for this, of course, nades being deployed earlier on. Eccles has a lot to do. He lines them up. He gets 2. The smokes will come through eventually, and the counter smokes as well from the London Esports side. They'll line up behind the smoke as well. The spray is perfect, and although that player is cheated into spawn, Adam comes away with nothing. London Esports able to deal with the rush there from Reflex.
Yeah, exactly. Reflex trying a little bit trying a bit of a different strategy on their eco, or rather on their force buy, but simply not able to work out, not able to find a single frag in that particular round. And of course, rest in peace, Chicken, as Eccles decided to take a knife to it. But getting on to what is now the eco for Reflex. They're not going to find any inroads into this round whatsoever, as Artis manages to find the first kill on towards Banana with that scout. Adam able to find a reply back, though, with the 1D on towards Artis, and Whisk will burn alive, as those Molotovs on Banana will come through. Only Link now and Adam in a 2 versus 4. It becomes a 1 versus 4. Adam with 6 HP. I don't care who you are. With 6 HP, you're going to have to land 4 deagle headshots, and no one at this level is able to do that.
Yeah, we've seen some very impressive digs, especially from Adam, right? Like, if there's anybody that's going to be able to pull it out in this map particularly, just because we haven't really seen too many deagle plays thus far, it would probably be him. Oh, Fraser straight to the face.
Oh no, the timing's all wrong there for Adam. Eccles, unexpected push up through Banana. The deep smoke has been deployed as well, so they can you can take this area of the map more safely thanks to that smoke. But the thing is, they won't push up too far. They'll actually drop back towards the top of Nana, and that allows a player to rotate back towards A. So 4 on the A bomb site to defend from the currently 2 T-sided players that are on towards top of mid right now. I've noticed the London Esports haven't really been challenging this position so far, preferring to play a little bit further back rather than just holding the crossfires on towards top mid. But Astra, though, he does have company here in the form of one of his teammates there. I just didn't catch it quite. Well, that's going to be Fry there. That's going to be in the arch position. So Astro, changing it up, hiding in the cubby. You can get the crossfire towards long, but the thing is, they're not heading that way.
Yeah, there's 4 players here on the A-bomb site for the London Esports, and they've taken all these players. Link now in the 1 versus 5, finds the first, but cannot find anything else. Reflex still struggling to get their first round this T side, as London are getting ever closer to taking map 2. Still 2 more rounds to find, and Reflex, they'll have to just keep buying up.
Yeah, that is the only thing they can go for coming into the later rounds of this matchup. Or at least what we suspect in the later rounds of this matchup. We've seen weirder things before. But Reflex looking for some divine intervention. The nade will be good on towards down the mid. Catching Whisk, Cray, and Adam. Bringing them down a little bit. Makes them a little bit softer for these M4s that the CT side have to shoot them up a little bit easier.
And so far, Reflex, when London Esports have gone for this sort of aggressive banana control, have actually opted to go in front of the smokes at bottom banana, and it's cost them a few times, right? You've seen the opening picks on Whisk as well as Adam, and once again, Adam might be isolated because there's a smoke deployed once again. He's only got a Mach 10 to deal with the push if London do decide to pursue that, but luckily enough for him, they will back away, give up that control now to the T's.
Yeah, of course, London have seen them press through before, but Fry caught with his back turns. Adam able to spray him down with the Mach 10. Eccles has a lot to do here on this B-side. Defense finds the one, but immediately gets smoked off. Has to rotate up through Ruins. As Reflex now, they'll get themselves on towards the bomb site. Will plant on top of the coffins, but the thing is, Cradle burn alive. He will get the bomb down, will be able to get away. Eccles finds the kill on the start of the retake here, up on towards the coffins. He is right now just trying to spot players coming out of Banana, but the thing is, Adam has got himself a kill, and now Astro trades him back now 2 versus 3. Again, the trade's going through, but Link is the only player left now for this Reflex side. He will not actually get smoked off. There's a gap in the left-hand side of the smoke, a massive one. That's a country mile there for Link to shoot through. Reflex stay in it.
And that's fantastic from Link to be able to win that. That's another clutch that we've seen him win for the side of Reflex. And although there have been a few clutch moments for the side for that side so far, that's a huge one for Reflex to be able to pick up. The fact that they are down so many rounds on this T side, every round is crucial in mounting this comeback successfully. They're gonna need more like it, and that's a great way to start.
Very, very good way to start indeed. Again, the same smokes on Banana are deployed by the CT side. Those deep smokes, and once again, it is Adam that's playing on the front edge of that smoke, and he just goes down. They've got to learn from these mistakes, but it's going to be too little too late, even if they do realize what they're doing wrong.
Yeah, and that's why you quite often see teams, when they have utility available, obviously because that last round was so costly, maybe they don't have as many Molotovs as they would like, but they go for this sort of late round banana control. Oh, the leg onto Link as he gets flashed up as well. Things are not going very well for Reflex, but there needs to be an adaptation if they're going to continue to go for that banana control, right? There's very few instances where you just keep hammering your head against the brick wall, and it'll be able to budge.
Astro posted up on the long corner with the AWP. He might be greeted by a good couple of players as long as he's taken out. Yes, he does manage to find the first frag. Able to back off towards the A bomb site as the rest of the T players, they'll get themselves up through long. Very aware that Astro is posted up on a new angle, so they do have to be careful. Go for the double peek. The first one jumps across, but Solgas is there. Able to get the double spray down. Link getting the kill towards the site. Second kill towards the site as well for Link. 27 seconds remaining. Bomb is down, a very compromising position, but Eccles doesn't have an angle over it just yet, so Eccles will be able to recover and plant that bomb in a relatively safe fashion. He's only on 15 HP though. Eccles though creeping around. Able to find the shots. London eSports on match point. On map point, excuse me.
Yeah, London eSports get themselves up to round number 15 as Reflex now need to go flawless from here to bring it to overtime. This is a bit of a rough spot to be in, especially considering that some of these rounds have been close on the side of Reflex. It was the same case in that first map in Mirage, where it was a blowout for Reflex, where London bring them to sort of these clutch situations, but Reflex on the back foot as London look to make it map number 3, and the banana play is going to come out extremely quickly here. London this time, the grenades are perfect. Fraser and Link down to 10 HP respectively.
Reflex trying to reply with their own nade stack, but not going to find anyone. I would have liked to see that come out a little bit earlier just to try something different on this banana position, but they will back off for that one, at least the vast majority of the Reflex side will, because Whiskey is still here trying to find the frag on towards Fry, but Fry will find him instead. Artist finding one on top mid as well, so London eSports 2 kills away from getting themselves to a third map. Dust 2 will be the decider here in this best of 3. Artist playing inside the smoke here. Will get the flash through from his teammate. Cray able to find the frag though with the CZ75, keeping Reflex in this round. But here comes the push through towards Banana for the CT side. He goes the wrong way though, down towards CT. Solgas gets the Molotov kill on towards Fraser. There's only Cray left against the AWP.